All right, this is a comment video on floor plans submitted. And let's start with going to the list of the project requirements again. We know that the project is about creating and designing a cafe. There's going to be a counter for ordering. There's going to be some display shelves for food. There's going to be display menu on screens, and they want an ample seating for access for electrical outlets. The customers will be coming from nearby colleges like McGeorge School of Law, Davis School of Medicine, and Sacramento City College in Sac State. They want to split the areas into some quiet activities and then some areas for socialization. And the exterior should be inviting to passerby. Interior should acknowledge urban neighborhood setting. Okay. Um, Now the client has some demands, I guess, and they wanted a 5 to 10 feet setback for outdoor cafe. So definitely they want an outdoor cafe. Um, the indoor cafe should be 1,800 square feet. The order and check-in counter should be around 250 square feet. There should be a vestibule to hang coats and umbrellas. They didn't specify a square footage on that one. The manager's office that will house the manager, administration, and security devices will be about 200 square feet. Then there should be a storage room that's 20 square feet also. There should be two restrooms, and each restroom is 50 square feet. And that's just primarily what the owner has specified. Um, and then there should be a maintenance closet, 35 square feet, an electrical closet, 75 square feet. And there should be three parking spaces, which we're not going to discuss in this video because we discussed this in the site plan, including the location of the trash enclosures, 12, 12 by 8. Okay. The next thing that we wanted to do is we want to consolidate all of the lists. Okay. So the client has specified roughly 2,800 square feet of building space, and that doesn't include any hallways. The zone is good for 2 to 6 floors. Okay. So our project must have 2 floors and stairs. You can have three, but it must have 2 floors. The client will need to plan for an elevator because we discussed several weeks ago that ADA would have to demand an elevator. There was a question about a lift, and typically in commercial spaces, lifts stair lifts, the one that goes around the stairwell, is typically not used for commercial purposes. Okay. The client is open to an outdoor balcony on the second floor. So if you wanted to put a balcony, I guess that's okay. So these are all site plans. Parking is not required for small lots, but the client wants to do parking spaces and then must meet ADA. So these are all parking. Uh, site plan discussion. So there should be long-term bicycles and 15 seat setback from the rear. And the client was informed about 70% max lot coverage. These are just a rehash of what we've discussed in the past. And so let's discuss now floor plans. So here's our first one. And I guess on this floor plan, you would have to check whether you have an 1,800 square footage of seating area. So you have 420 here, and you have 1076. So that's basically, um, so let's check. Let's do this. I want a pen, and then I want a red pen here. Okay, there you go. So 1076 and 420 is not quite 1,800 square feet. Okay. Here's the ordering area, and then we see a kitchen. The client didn't really specify a kitchen, but so I'm not sure why there's no kitchen in here. It could be that nothing is being prepared for cooking; everything is being brought in and just reheated. But yeah, this kitchen is good. 200 square feet of storage is roughly um, well, 10 by 10 would be 100. So 20 by 20 is going to be 40, right? 400. So it's not going to be a 20 by 20, but 200 square feet of storage. I'm not a fan of two restrooms side by side. If the requirement is there's going to be a restroom and two of them, um, you need don't put them side by side. You can split them in the upper floor. So if we could leave that this one here and remove this and maybe put the restroom up here, right? That would be great. Um, yeah, and so the admin office is here at 274, and again, you have to double check uh, the requirements of the client. Oops, I can't do the. Let's see what's happening. Okay, I'm using two mouse here. There you go. This one here. There you go. So the managers is 200, ordering check-in 250, and then 50 for the restroom. Maintenance closet 35. You just have to make sure that you have all of those, including the maintenance closet, and you can see that it's this designer put that below. Okay, the stair, um, and you just have to make sure that that is 35. It doesn't look like it's 35. Okay, and then you need to increase your square footage on your sitting area. Okay, moving on to this one. Pretty much this one, it looks like what I have planned before. Okay, so you have 420 and 916. You need to probably increase your square footage here because you're gonna have 420 here. Okay, let's do a pen again. You only have a 420 here, and then you have 916. Okay, and then this pretty much looks like what I have in my floor plan example. So there's pretty much not. I'm just wondering why is there a door here. So yeah, looks like there's a you squeezed a maintenance closet here. There are some requirements on the door. Drafting wise, the door is too thick. You know, it's too thick. Very hard to write on this pen that I have. So, but yeah, this one is too thick. Okay, so make sure that the doors are not as thick. The walls could be thick, but here in this one is too thick. Too thick. Okay. The walls can be filled, but not too as thick as this one. So there's some layering management that you have to do for this floor plan. Okay. Let's see. Going on to the second one here. Pretty much also the same. Client comes in here. Okay. I mean, client comes not client, but customers goes here and probably hangs their coat here. Maybe goes up here and then from downstairs goes here and they can sit down and people who's ordering will have to also go that way. Comments on drafting, again, this is like too thick. Okay, so try to make sure the furnitures are not thick like this. Second exit goes here and then goes down and then comes down here and exits this door. There seems to be like a secluded space here, um, and that's okay. You're the designer. This is not an architectural class, so I wouldn't say this is necessarily wrong. Electrical closet maybe is better suited if it's let's see, if it's the wall is here like this, and then you probably have the door here, okay, instead of that corner like that. You do have to open up your elevators. Okay, assure the opening of your elevators. And just to make sure that you have an indoor only of 70 here. Okay, and then 1,247. So that's not 1,800. So you might need to maybe this one. You maybe you haven't calculated this area here. All right. So make sure that you add that those areas or inclusive of all those areas. Moving on to this one, um, the customers will have to go here and order. So if this is the ordering area, I don't know how far the counters are. So if the counters are over here, because you need to put space for people to walk and move about here. That means that this one's too close. You need to remove this. And this one is like this door table is like out of scale. It seems to be too small, so it's out of scale. Okay. Um, the blocks that I gave you, you're supposed to just put it in, but don't scale it. Okay. Now you're saying that this is 1800 and this is 1800 here. So I doubt that it's 1800. So maybe you need to check your areas because yeah, you wouldn't have 1800 here and 1800 here. All right. So double check your areas because it doesn't look like it's correct. You put your elevator here. The elevators have thicker walls. Oop, thicker walls here. Okay. So not the same thickness as the other walls. Again, these seatings are too small. Okay. And I don't know, it's out of scale. You put your electrical closet here, restroom here, this restroom here. So I know there's no square footage, but try to put a square footage on the kitchen. And this one's 200. The door is 36. So it doesn't look like. So this one's roughly 6 feet. And if it's 6 feet and 6 feet, then this is not 200. It looks like this one is only 36. Okay. So the manager's room again, 10 by 10 is already 100. And if this is six, this is 3 feet. Looks like this is 5 feet. So this one doesn't look like 100. This one is roughly around 25. So you need to check your areas. Okay, check areas. Handwriting's really. So please check your areas because it doesn't meet what the client wants. All right. In terms of exiting, people who are on the second floor, sitting here, and if there's some fire going on here, can exit this and go down. And then if you're going down and turning here, you're going to land here. So your up arrow is not here. Okay. If that's the case, if you want your up arrow to be here, then your down arrow can be here. So fix your directions. Okay. So how is it going up here? And then that means that the down is going to be here. If the up is on this left side, the down is on this left side. So you can't have, and this is two. There's a wall here that you're putting in. So if you're putting in this wall, there is a requirement for this space. Okay. So why do you want to put a wall here? You might as well just remove this. All right. So try to remove this wall because it's confining the space. So try to remove those walls there. And then why do you have this space here on this side here? Okay, I'm not sure what this space here, especially also here on the second floor. What is this extra space here? Just a gap. And then we talked about this would receive all the sunlight, right? So the sunlight would be entering all these openings here. Uh, so it's not necessarily wrong, just that how are you going to stop the hot summer sun from entering the building on this side? Okay. Let's see. All right, so let's go to this floor plan now. We can't have an entrance here because this is another lot. So you can't put a entrance here. This is the only entrance that we can do, or we can have an entrance on this side, but I think there's car park that you put in here. You only have one stairs, okay? So you must have two, okay? Only one. So you can't have only one stairs. Um, so make sure that you have two. Save the two. Update that one. So you have a front desk and ordering. Looks like this is the for the uh seating clerk tells you where to sit. This is not a restaurant, so this is only a cafe. So there's no seating clerks here. You just have to come in and order. So make sure that you change your design because this is seating. There's no door here. I don't know where your doors are. There's a door here. And it looks like you have three restrooms. Restrooms are generally expensive to do, so don't put in more unless a law or a city ordinance tells you. Again, there's no door here. Uh, and I know that we're not working on the elevations yet, and looks like you don't have any windows here. So you might want to consider putting in some windows just to have some light coming in. I know that the direction of the sun is coming from this side, and it may be hot, and but this would be very very dark when it's when you turn off the lights in the morning because there's no natural sun. So you can't put windows here, just like you can't put an entrance because this is another lot. Okay. So again, we need two stairs. So provide two stairs, and make sure that you do your area calculation correctly. There's a lot of missing things here, like where's the ordering? Okay, so again, you have to go back to what's required. We have requirements for the project, and those are client requirements. So make sure that you provide the client requirements. Okay, restrooms to storage 200. Let's see, right? 200. I see your restrooms, your closet. Okay. So make sure that you do have that one, but stairs is most important here also. Okay. And then yeah, you can't you can't put windows here on this side. That's a different lot, and that's a firewall. All right. All right. So if you fix that, let's see. Moving on to this floor plan. Let me just not use this. Let me just use that. Oh, this pen and I have. Okay, a little skinny than usual, so maybe there's some parking going on in this side. But here's your ordering station. Looks like there's a counter seating here. Coming up here, you go up here, and if you are going up there, then you got the correct down here. But maybe you need to put something here. I don't know if you want to put a garden there or something. 495, only 494. I think this one's bigger. So check your areas. Okay. So this whole thing would be considered your um, cafe on the second floor. Okay, and then this whole thing would be considered your cafe on second floor. The first floor. All right. So go up here, and you're gonna land here. And so if there's fire, go down here and go turn, and you go exit this door. So that's right. Yeah. Make sure that you have your requirements. The storage manager. I think the manager is more than 50, right? Manager would need 200 here. So an 80 square foot for manager space would be too small. Okay. So we gotta fix that. Moving on here. Uh, much more like what I have for my example. You got big tables here. And there's nothing wrong with this one because you've seen like Starbucks that you would have some common tables here. It's like your ordering areas here, just like going up here. And then if you're going up, then you're going to go down from this end. Okay. If there's a fire, you go down here like that. So you're gonna turn out and then exit this room. I'm just wondering why we didn't put the exit here and maybe utilize this space into something else, right? You have 575 and 990. We know that we're supposed to have 1,800, right? So of cafe. So let's double check that. Looks like the storage and manager looks like it's correct area. Um, yeah, electrical. You put it in this corner with another seating area here. So just make sure that we have 1,800 square foot of uh, of area. All right. Uh, Next one here, another skinny floor plan, maybe some parking here that you put on the side. Um, on this floor plan, the customer's order here and then try to sit goes up here. So lands here, okay, and then therefore the down arrow is correct. You have 612 and you have 391. We need 1800. So find a space, add a floor. Managers is 141. I think the client wants 200. I think storage also is 200. Okay. Restrooms 56 here, restroom there. Good. Going down here, we'll land you here and then you exit there. This might be too tight, and there's a requirement for this space here. Um, and this may be too wide in front. And then I guess you have a balcony, which is okay. They said 5 to 10, so five. I think 5 to 10 feet, right? 5 to 10 feet, and looks like that's good. Yeah, looks like that's good. And you got a balcony here. You just need to meet 1,800. Okay. Um, Here's another floor plan. And this floor plan has 3 floors. I'm not sure where the property line is, but if I remember, this would be where the property line would be, right? Therefore, this one is sort of a balcony that sticks out of our property line, and I don't think you can do that. Um, so this is this is the main street, 34th Street, and this is the alley, right? Avant-garde alley. So if this is the alley, uh, I don't think you can project an escape um, corridor here, even if it's just like a escape balcony. So this is a little questionable. I know in California, escape ladders are not allowed um, on new buildings. So we do have to verify that one. Okay. Because what happens, because there's a third floor here, people on the third floor would exit out and then go down. And this is now on this level. So you're now here on the second floor. So if the door opens this way, they're going to bump into an open door, or when they're walking, somebody pushes that door and they're going to get slammed over here. Okay. You can project this is your property. So from this point on, this is okay. So you can project that there. Except this portion is, I am unsure, because anything that you're projecting here, even just for escape purposes, must be either directly outside, which it is, but I don't think escape ladders are allowed, because this is an escape ladder. Okay, so we have to verify that one. The scale of your seating looks like it's too small. So when you insert the blocks, um, okay, the door is 3 feet, and that one is too small for a seating. Okay, so yeah, verify that one. Restroom here, and there's another restroom here. The owner might say, why are you putting 3 restrooms? I don't want 3 restrooms. They want 2 restrooms, and you could argue your case. But yeah, try to meet what the requirements are, unless there's a ordinance that says you need to have a restroom in each floor. This one looks like it's a meeting room. Okay, it's a meeting room, and that's 188 square footage. You have 155 here. You have another meeting room here. So I'm not sure. Owner does not is not calling for a meeting room. It's just a cafe, so it's not like a venue for people to conduct meetings. There's going to be a quiet space, but not like an enclosed space. Okay. So double check your areas. You have 3 floors. The seating is too small. Uh, let's see, the ordering is here. You do have a storage here on the second floor. And I'm not sure what the storage is for. I don't think that it's going to be, you don't need to put a fridge on the storage. So, at this point, we're not going to put any appliances on the storage here. You can sort of further enhance this, because you're creating hallways. Hallways eat up space, so you could put the restroom here, and then make all of this space here storage like this, right? To put more space here. Um, the front of the elevator, the lobby, elevator lobby, does take up space also. So if you position your elevator like that, then I guess we really have to provide some space. But I think this one, I think, is 6 feet or 5 feet. I can't remember right now on top of my head. Okay. Looks like you have a 5 to 10 feet storage. I mean, outdoor patio. Yeah. The only thing that I'm not really sure of is whether you're allowed to do this. Um, because this is be considered to be um, um, fire escape via a um, um, ladder. Yeah, fire escape ladder. No, this is yeah, fire escape stairs. So I'm not sure if it's allowed on new buildings. I doubt it. I doubt that it's allowed. So we do have to verify that one. So moving on here. pretty much the same as my example. You do have to put in an opening for your elevators. Okay. This probably or ordering or oh no, that's not where it is. That's the second floor. So here's your ordering. Looks like you're also putting in an open space here. So um, hoping you could come up with a new solution compared to what I've shown. But yeah, um, 200 doesn't look 200. Office that doesn't look 200. That looks okay. Yeah. So make sure that you meet client requirements. Okay. So these are all the floor plans that I've received so far. And again, please make sure that you meet all the client requirements. Um, the elevator is not a client requirements, but it's imposed on us because of the Americans with Disabilities Act. And so that one has to be there, even though it's not required. Yeah, if the client wants two restrooms, yeah, provide two. Um, if you have 3 floors, I can see one restroom for every floor. But if you only have 2 floors, try to locate one restroom on the first floor and one restroom on the second floor. Okay, so these are not all of your designs because some people have submitted them late, and these are people who have submitted their floor plans on time that I'm commenting on. So we definitely need to improve our floor plans before we finalize them. This is a preliminary stage, and when we go to our construction phase, which is the floor plan that will have all of these improvements. So make sure that you improve your floor plans based on these comments. Okay.